When we started this campaign nearly 250 days ago, I promised that I would run a grassroots effort. Now, most people say that. In fact, the 17-year incumbent said that as well. But we actually have followed through on that claim. In fact, I can remember, I want to relate to you a story. I was in Tioga, Texas this summer. Tioga, Texas is the home of the singing cowboy, Gene Autry. That's where he was born. I didn't know that until I saw the sign. But I was having a great day, meeting lots of folks, knocking on lots of doors. And I came upon this one house. And it was, quite frankly, it's probably going to be condemned within a few years. It's tipping over a little bit. The roof's caving in. Anyhow, two good voters in the house. I knock on the door. And Gail answers. And the first thing she does is she apologizes to me because her teeth are not in. And I smiled and said, ma'am, I don't care about that. I'm just here to visit with you. And she said, would you like to come in? My house is a dump. And I said, yes, ma'am, I'd love to do. So I followed her in, and there's plywood on the floors, and there's probably a few more cats than should ever be in a house. And I see her husband to my right, and he's sitting in a wheelchair, and he's missing a leg. Now, I didn't ask, but my guess would be probably diabetes. And so we go and sit down, and we end up having this wonderful conversation. And they're just beaming, and they just keep talking about how much they love their country and how much they love their president and how blessed they were with their words, the bounty that has been bestowed upon them. It was a powerful moment. And then I got this idea, and I said, I want to go give you something. Now, unbeknownst to them, I was going to run out my car and get them a couple of campaign t-shirts. And I understand what happens most of the time when you give somebody a campaign shirt. Within a year, it's on their dog, or they're washing their car with it or whatever. And that's fine. I mean, it's a campaign shirt. I get it. But when I brought those two shirts in to them, and I handed them the shirts, because on the back it says, I stand for the flag and I kneel at the cross. And there's a beautiful cross with dog tags and the American flag with eagle's wings. And particularly the wife, just lit up with this 15,000 watt grin. And she said, we're going to wear these to church next Sunday. You see, to me and you, it's a campaign shirt. But to them, I had given them the nicest article of clothing that they now owned. And they were talking about bounty. That's powerful. And the reason I wanted to share that story with you is because that's why I get up early every morning. And that's why I go to bed very late. And I've worked this hard for this long, is because those folks deserve a fierce voice in the Senate. Because the knock on the 17-year incumbent is he's not around much. And particularly in Grayson County where Tioga is, people don't see him around that often. And nobody to date has ever seen him in Tioga, Texas. And I know for sure he doesn't know those two people exist. But you see, I do. Because I bothered to knock on their door. And that's why I feel so strongly about this race. I humbly ask for your support and your vote to be your voice in the Texas Senate. God bless you, and God bless Texas.